Hello and welcome. You're watching CNN News 18 and I'm Kaveri Gupta, and on the top of this hour, we are bringing you some international news. An unprecedented heated exchange took place between the US President Donald Trump, Vice President Vance and Ukrainian President Zelensky, who had reached White House to meet Donald Trump. Trump and Vance cornered Zelensky, calling him disrespectful. Vance even accused Zelensky of propaganda and accused him of gambling with World War III. Trump and Vance told Zelensky that the war would have been over in 2 weeks if US had not helped Ukraine against Russia. All such remarks were made right in front of the media. Zelensky tried to defend himself, but all in vain. The joint press conference was also cancelled later. Post-exchange, Trump even posted on the platform X saying that I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage, I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office, and he can come back when he is ready for peace. Listen to this heated exchange of words.
If I were president, this war would have never happened. We would have had a deal negotiated for you without having to go through.
In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr.
are not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning.
And the president who's trying to save your country.
Please.
You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's back to you, far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you?
Even today.
As part of the deal, or is that on the table at all?
No,
Mr. President,
we don't need that.
Mr. President, I just wanted to ask.
We are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks.
You haven't been alone.
Cabinet,
you haven't been alone. We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and your men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment, if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
maybe
new.
Less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Again, just say thank you.
I said a lot of times to American people.
Except that they're.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Thankful.
You're buried there. Your People are dying.
tell you
You're
exactly.
running low
I know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't, please,
you're running
Mr.
low
Pratt.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
Pratt.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I wanted this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you'd take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
Well, you're saying you don't want a
But I
ceasefire.
said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
It has great music, great movies, great muscle cars, but also as a force.
That wasn't
Doesn't
with
matter
me.
to you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
But this
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards. What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out.
Well, that was the most feisty video and heated exchange of words you've ever heard, viewers. We have Siddhant joining us this morning. Siddhant, never imagined most diplomatic meltdown. A heated exchange happened, and as you heard right now, Trump berating Zelensky and telling him that you are gambling with World War III.
Well, that's right. And in fact, this is very unlikely of the world leaders to sit like this in front of media cameras and get involved into heated arguments with each other. Perhaps what has happened at the Oval Office today was unprecedented and must be for the first time something of this kind was witnessed by the media covering White House. Trump was called to the White House. Zelensky was called to the White House, and perhaps right at the beginning of the press engagement, Trump announced that there's going to be the deal which both sides are going to sign today. It's going to be the rare earth minerals deal, and perhaps the draft had already been handed over to Zelensky by Trump's envoy, and now the deal is going to get locked. Now, usually in diplomacy, if two leaders meet to talk, but it signifies that mostly they are, and there's going to be some final touch that will be given for the deal to get locked. But in this case, particularly what happened today, it looked like Zelensky was pressurized, was under immense pressure from United States to come and meet Donald Trump. So he came to the White House to meet Donald Trump, and since Trump has already announced that he's going to get the deal done, perhaps that sparked heated arguments between the two sides. J.D. Vance also intervened. J.D. Vance also reminded Zelensky that how he campaigned for the Biden administration in the run-up to the elections, how he has been disrespectful. He has not said thank you for what America has done. Trump kept on reminding Zelensky that U.S. has spent billions of dollars, and Zelensky is nothing without U.S.'s support. Ukraine is nothing without U.S.'s support. That Ukraine doesn't have cards with them. So it all went on for about 40 minutes. All three of them were involved in heated exchange in front of media cameras. This is perhaps the Trumpian style of diplomacy, which was at a display yesterday and today. And in fact, the entire world is shocked. But at the same time, the dream of Donald Trump to get the Russia-Ukraine war settled has broken with this particular what happened at the Oval Office today, because he has got Russia to mediate. He has made US to vote in support of Russia, but Ukraine is definitely not listening to him. Europe is fully backing Ukraine, whether it's France, whether it's Canada, whether it's other European Union is fully backing Ukraine. Trump is perhaps what's going to be the next strategy of Donald Trump. It would really be interesting to see.
Right, Siddhant, thank you for joining us this morning. And